So what is an AI knowledge-based system and how is it saving companies millions of dollars every single year? So essentially, it's a way of getting and capturing all of the information about your business and putting it into one central database. But that's not enough. We need a way to be able to talk to this knowledge, and also what can we use this for? What are the applications and what are your competition using it for? So in this video, I'm going to go into all of this in detail. It'll be about 5-10 minutes long. So make sure you stick around to see exactly how this works to save you money and time. So first of all, each business has a lot of stuff going on, and I've drawn a little diagram here, which I don't know if you guys can see, but basically you have a website, and on your website you probably have 50 or 100 pages, and this is either SEO blog content or it's stuff that's teaching about your product and helping your customers find information about your product. Then you've also got some internal documentation. You've got SOPs, you've got PDF files, you've got all sorts of documentation that you use to run your business. And essentially what a knowledge base does is it takes all of this information and creates basically a big fat brain about your business. So you've got things from your website, you've got your operating procedures, you've got PDF files, you've got things about how to set things up in your business. All of this stuff is put into one big brain. But obviously that's not enough, right? We need to be able to talk to this information, and more importantly, right, we need to make sure that we have specific folders. We have, customer facing information and we have internal information. We don't want to be allowing our customers to talk and look at the knowledge about the internal operating procedures of our business. So how do we do this? So let's say, for example, we separate this into two separate folders. We have the website, and this is all the customer facing information. It's got things like FAQs, it's got blog posts, anything that would be helpful to make the customer understand your business and want to buy your product. This is probably the most important thing that we're going to want to focus on in this video. And then we've got the SOP. So this is just going to be just a folder to organize and explain, this is everything that runs within the business. And obviously we want to make sure that we have essentially permissions set for each knowledge base. Like if we set up a knowledge base on our website for our customers, obviously we need a way to communicate with that, and we'll do that by using a chatbot. But if we have that and we pin that to our website, we also want to make sure that none of this data is leaking into our website knowledge base. So how do we do this? Well, it's very easy. There's really two ways of doing this. You've got one, which is creating a central hub for all of this data, and then categorizing each piece of this data with security. So for example, you have permissions for each bit of data that you upload. That's the first way of doing it. The second way that you do it is you essentially limit the input. So you limit how much people can talk to and what data that they can talk to. So the ideal situation would be when you upload data, you give that data specific permissions. But there's another easier way of doing this and a much quicker and more efficient way of managing this data, which is essentially assuming that we are talking to this data using some sort of chatbot format, where essentially a user will ask a question, and to get the response, the AI, you'll basically plug an AI into it, and this will sort of be like a central node. Here will be the AI. The question that you send will go directly to the AI. The AI will then go and fetch the information that it needs. Now, it's not going to go ahead and read every single page of the website. It's going to only look for the specific information that's useful to that question. So, for example, if this web page and this web page have a paragraph in each that explains what that problem is, it's only going to use that information, and it can do this in literally a matter of seconds. Now, this is something that would take a normal sort of human probably, half an hour to find. You're going to have to go through hundreds of pages on your website to find that answer. But obviously, if we link all of this stuff up to one specific chatbot, anybody can ask a question about the SOPs, and then the chatbot will be able to go ahead and it will look at this internal data, and it will take information from whichever sources that it seems necessary. So we need a way of basically making security around the internal and external data. And then also we need a way of limiting this and creating different ways of talking to it. So the easiest way to do this is to create multiple interfaces or multiple chatbots or ways to talk to the data. So you could essentially have, rather than having a chatbot that is talking to all of your data, you just simply create a permission which says this chatbot is only ever allowed to talk to this data. And that way you can control it by saying this data is public facing and this data is not public facing. So now, for example, we have two separate chatbots, and these chatbots are only talking to the data that we've given it. Now, this raises yet more questions, such as, what if I have a chatbot that's set up with this data, but now I want to remove this piece of data and I want to replace it with this new piece of data? So we need to have a system set up that will allow us to remove old data and upload new data, while also maintaining the security of only talking to that specific knowledge base. The same thing goes for our internal data as well. And this is really the power of setting up a internal AI knowledge base, where what we do is we create a file database structure of all of the information that we could ever possibly want about our business, and then you, the user, has control over where that data goes and how it is interpreted and how you talk to that data, and assuming we're just using a chatbot format. So how can we actually do this? Well, if you head to this website, ChatIQ.ai, we'll leave the link down below. This is our software company. You can actually create an AI expert for real-time customer support. Now, this is like the main use case. Most of our users use it to create a customer support agent, and that would essentially be your front-facing so this would be a front-facing knowledge base. But you can create an internal knowledge base as well. It essentially allows you to create multiple different chatbot interfaces that will talk to multiple data. So you can see here, I've created a knowledge base with 86 or 87,000 words, and I've scraped an entire website. I have also uploaded a PDF file with FAQs about my business. I've also got text files as well, just walking through. These are actually transcripts from videos that I've just uploaded. So I've copied the transcript and I've uploaded them as a text file. But now what I can do is I can create multiple different chatbots. And you can see here, this is a list of all of the chatbots that I'm creating. So for example, let's say we're making a front-end customer service chatbot where we want users to be able to ask questions about our product. This is one of our customers. They have products that sell coffee, and they want their customers to be able to come to their website and get instant answers to their questions. So I've set up a demo chatbot for them. We're currently working with onboarding them at the moment. And this is trained on all of the pages of their data on their website. So there's about 100 pages, there's about 500,000 words, and it's able to answer specific questions about that business. But it's not able to answer questions about the inner workings of their business. The way this works is within your data feed, you can actually click and select whichever data that you want, and then from this data, you can create your own chatbot. So now this chatbot is only ever going to reference these three files that I have selected. So it's essentially just a way of only referencing the data that we have put into our knowledge base. So if we say that, let me just clear this up a bit. Cool, so let's say, for example, we have our data uploaded. We've uploaded all of this. We've scraped our entire website, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. And we also have all of the internal SOPs. So these are like PDFs. We've downloaded our SOPs from like a Word document, and then we can upload them into ChatIQ.ai. Now what we can do is we can literally just select whichever bits of data that we want to use for our chatbot build, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use only that data to basically create a chatbot for us. So now this chatbot is only referencing that specific data. So these files, for example, are being connected to our chatbot. So now whenever we ask the chatbot a question, it's only ever going to pull data from these four files, and it's going to completely ignore these other files here. And then we can do things with this chatbot like add it to our website. And you can see on our website we have a chatbot already set up, and we can do other things such as submit support tickets and basically understand concerns from our customers. So if I want to submit a support ticket, I can gather information based on a specific category, and then within the dashboard I can adjust my chatbot. I can change the branding of the chatbot. I can come into support ticketing and turn it on and off. And you can see here we've just received a new support ticket from one of our customers. So this is obviously somebody just testing out our product, but you can see these are a list of all the support tickets that are currently active within our app, and we can basically manage our customer service by doing this. Now, for example, right, if we have a chatbot that we've built, it's now referencing all of that data. It can give customers instant answers to their questions, and you can see just how quickly it was responding. For example, if I ask it, why should I use ChatIQ? It's going to go ahead and read all of that information and then give me a response. And you can see just how quick it can draw that information from your workspaces. Now, if you look at this example on this setup, it can also bring in the customer information. It can bring in contact details from your business, specific websites and specific links. For example, if I say, what's the terms of service URL? it's going to go ahead, and if it hasn't already got the information, it's going to go ahead and find it. If it has got the information, it will draw upon cached information and then give us a response based on that. So the more questions people ask it, the quicker it will get at responding. And you can see here, this is the terms of service for this company. And the same thing goes in the instructions within the chatbot. You can come to here and you can add your contact details directly into this little box here. There's a whole host of other things that you can do within ChatIQ, but if you head to the top link down below in the description, ChatIQ.ai, you can basically get started for free. You can create your own AI knowledge bases and chatbots so you can talk to your own data.